Hey, this is Notser, and we're in the Tier 10 Soviet destroyer Khabarovsk. It has 8 130mm guns, 10 torpedoes, 32 AA guns, a surface detect of 8.7 kilometers, top speed 45.1 knots, total health 22,500. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main battery, increase main battery accuracy, rate of fire, reduce the chance of flood and fire, faster rate of shift, concealment. For my commander, situation awareness, basic firing training, faster turret traverse, last stand, superintendent, demolition expert, and advanced firing training. We're on the map Hotspot, and I'm headed for A. I spawned on the western side of the map, and I intend to try and capture for my team. Now, as a destroyer, you would say it's logical that you would take a course of action that would lead you to an enemy base or a neutral base to capture. Yes, it would. It would be very logical. However, I was in a game where a destroyer typed out, "Why isn't anyone capturing bases?" And I'm just shocked. I'm like, there's no way he's complaining about capturing bases. There's no way. Oh, he is. He's legitimately complaining about capturing bases. And yes, he was a Japanese destroyer. I don't know what it is about Japanese destroyers, but for whatever reason, a significant percentage, and this should be 0%, but a significant percentage, probably 10, 20, 30%, will always refuse to go for objectives. They'll try and sail around. Oh, I can't let them know where I am. It's a complete surprise. No, it's not. Everyone has situation awareness. You're not hiding from anyone. You're just wasting your team's time because you're not putting forth the effort to give them the best chance to win the game. I found a little bit of a nook, you might call it. I hid here, similar to the trunk on North before they nerfed the location. You can be in a position to capture the base and force the enemy to completely commit into A before they can even see you. So we successfully capture the base. I noticed that there's an enemy Baltimore that could potentially enter the point, and I would love nothing more for him to enter. I feel like that is a death sentence. If he were to, go right ahead. It's your move, wizard kid. I think that's what he's going for. So we're just going to leave the area. Maybe engage, maybe set targets on fire. He even uses radar or hydroacoustic. That's cool too. You don't have that cooldown, and we'll know in a second if it's radar. It is radar. He chose to use radar. What a waste of a skill. You need to be in a position where you can know generally where the enemy team is and be ready to exploit that opening. If nobody can fire on my position, that does nothing. You have nothing gained from that. You knew a destroyer was capturing A. You didn't need to just look at me. And I decide, okay, we'll go after the Mogami. We did a fire on the target. He eventually put the fire out, and I'm looking for another fire. And I was a little worried, okay, enemy torpedoes, there must be a destroyer on the western flank, leading his team to glory. And I don't want him to have any glory. And I recognize that the team has 2 bases to the 1 of the enemy. We don't have to do anything. We can let the enemy team come to us. So I was pretty committed to just hanging around here, providing AA support. You notice I turned it back on to the friendly cruiser, the friendly battleships, and I noticed, oh man, this cruiser, he pulled a Notser. He ran smack dab into that island, and he's going to die if I don't do something about it. I decide, okay, I haven't had to use my smoke. I can afford to use one on the friendly cruiser. If we can keep him alive for 2 more minutes, that would be a huge asset. Maybe he can attack the Baltimore. I don't know. So we sail right up to him, and we pop our smoke. Hopefully this will be enough to keep him alive. But while I have the smoke up, might as well make use of it. We engage the enemy battleship that's showing a perfect broadside, and I'm hoping for some fires. We get one right off the bat. This ship has 11% chance to set the target on fire. They buffed all Soviet destroyer guns by 1%, so it's pretty significant. It's a pretty high chance, and that enemy dive bomber tried to do damage to us. We're pretty crafty, we're pretty elusive. So far, the friendly cruiser is still alive. However, I think the enemy torpedo bomber might have something to say about it, but no, he's going after me. This is not what I wanted to see. I decide, okay, we're gonna try and fit ourselves in. There is someone around us using defensive fire, which is really awesome. And by the way, the AA looks gorgeous. It's so much better than it's been for the last couple patches. I think the AA was timed out to always fire on cooldown, so it looked less impressive than it really is with the random firing that it does now. It really does make it feel like they're fighting for their lives against some dive bomber, some torpedo bomber. It fills the sky, it looks great. And we've only gotten 4 aircraft kills, only. We're a destroyer. We don't exactly have great AA. But we're in a position to provide that extra support that our team desperately needs. And for whatever reason, the enemy aircraft carrier has completely ignored the fact that we're bunched up. You don't want to do that. You want to look for an easy target, especially at the beginning of the match. You know you should expect that the enemy has their cooldowns and they're ready to use them. So far, we haven't lost A. Nobody has been dumb enough to go into A for both sides. So we've lacked the ability to exploit a mistake by the enemy, and they have spent the time capturing B from us. So now our team will eventually have to overextend. I noticed this Mogami, who was on the western side of the map, he's pulled back. I'm going to try and set him on fire. Someone gets a good shot. Now, I'm firing HE. I could switch to AP, and I probably should, but I was trying to make sure that I could set him on fire before the island crept up. And that's just me missing the point. AP would have been enough to kill him. And I just felt like, it should be enough, but it isn't enough. This guy's going to get away because I just was a little bit too stuck on getting the guaranteed damage versus the higher damage of AP. More enemy aircraft. It really does feel like the aircraft carrier is trying to assault this flank the entire time. I'm curious how far away he is from the front. If he's pretty close, maybe behind the island, maybe a kilometer or 2 behind his teammates, it's much faster for him to repair and rearm his aircraft. And again, we're looking for that fire. I'm trying to get in the habit of spreading the fire rather than focusing all my attention on a target that probably isn't going to appreciate the incoming damage, and they will angle against it. And I believe the dive bomber tried to bomb us. He missed. He did not do enough damage to really scare me. And so far, we have held strong at A. Oh, there's an enemy trying to capture A. They're not visible. That could be an island in the way. That could be a destroyer. I'm going to try and head and get a idea of what I should expect. There's an enemy Montana showing a perfect broadside. Again, I could fire AP, but I am trying to get at least one fire on the target. Oh, it's a Baltimore, and he's right in front of me, engaging me. I try and angle as best as I can. It appears that one of my turrets absorbed a significant portion of the damage. And I do switch to AP right here. However, his angle is just enough to be annoying. I don't think we're going to do any significant damage. HE is the superior ammo type based on his angling, and why switch on a target that is barely angled but refuse for a perfectly broadside? That's just bad play. No matter what class of ship you're firing on, AP is the superior broadside ammo type. And that's really what I was considering. I was saying, hey, if I can get fires on these battleships, they can tick down from the damage over time, whereas this cruiser, we want to kill the cruiser. He's just really annoying. He can kill me pretty quickly, and there's a lot higher chance that the cruiser would want to engage me over a friendly battleship. Now, he appears to be ramming the island, trying to break line of sight, and I'm trying to get line of sight so I can prevent the capture, but also kill him. And enemy torpedo bombers are incoming. I was aware that I could be the target, but I just didn't think that he would be interested in me. There are much juicier targets, but nope, he wants me, and this is going to be really bad. We take 2 torpedoes, and the Baltimore's back guns are not in position. His front guns are, but they're slamming into the island. I do switch to AP again. It's a harshly angled cruiser. It's not going to work, Notser, and I immediately felt the spidey senses. He's going to try and attack me. I'm trying to get as close to my allies as I can. The Baltimore is burning down, and he does die to our fire. I'm going to try and give the Montana some fire, but it doesn't work. I did defend the base, and I noticed that when I hit him, that was basically all of the capture progression that they had. That tells me he's the only one in A for the enemy team, so I can feel pretty confident. Let's just take this guy out. We have a battleship that's bow on, assaulting him, and I would like to give our team the best chance of success. We're looking for the superstructure, we're looking for fires, we're doing pretty good damage considering this is HE. He, of course, is bow on. He's not going to allow a good shot in. You notice the dive bomber. Dive bomber incoming, I pop my smoke. I'm sitting in the smoke while doing damage, and we do get a fire. I was afraid that he would get a single bomb on me and kill me, and it is a single dive bomber. Come on, AA, take it out. I really don't want to die like this. We need to live to give our team a chance to win. We have all 3 bases. However, they have more kills than us. They can cascade off it. If the Montana is allowed to kill the friendly, and I am unsuccessful in assisting in the death of the Montana, then that is a huge issue. But we've got great aircraft support. He's going to land 3 torpedoes. The Iowa appears to be going into a ram position, and I just want to get the target as low as possible to guarantee the success. And I don't think the Montana recognizes it, or he feels like I can kill him before the ram. It's not working out in his favor, though. I'm not doing near the amount of damage I was. Finally, we set him on fire. 2 fires, actually. He's going to burn down. The Iowa has a clear health advantage now. You don't need to ram. We need you, Iowa, please. Oh, he's going to ram. I mean, we would probably ram if it meant the success of the team. Not in a game this close. We have 3 points. They have a 2-to-1 ship advantage, though. Yeah. It would be really nice to still have that Iowa. The enemy is capturing C, and they will capture C. I have no intention of going over there. That is way too dangerous. But what can I do? Well, we can have the aircraft carrier scout. I can put down long-range gunnery and try and avoid contact with the enemy. An enemy cruiser appears on the minimap just in front of B. He is definitely going to try and capture it. He is within range, though. So we're going to start our gunnery. And the rate of fire is extremely high with the Soviet destroyer. And initially I was missing, but it's not too hard to walk it into the target. We will basically prevent him from capturing B as long as possible, and eventually I'd like to kill him. But that is a secondary goal. The primary goal is to just slow him down and allow the aircraft carrier to get fighters up, get bombers up, and go after the enemy. The island is blocking line of sight. I need the aircraft to scout for me, and the friendly battleship isn't really in the best position to do anything, but I'd rather have him stay alive. At this point, I feel pretty confident in my ability to take out the cruiser and the destroyers. Oh, juicy destroyer. He's only got 1,300 points. Oh, they're both there? We've got to kill the Udaloy. We can't let this guy get away. And I'm just trying to aim correctly. Ooh, it looks good. We get one set. He actually turns directly into the next one. First enemy down. Next target, the enemy cruiser is going to run right into, you guessed it, torpedoes. We got another destroyer, and he is a U.S. destroyer firing at long range. It's going to be a little bit more challenging for him to hit me. We are just lighting up this Otago. And is he going to die? No, not that salvo. Oh, he dives to a dive bomber. Cool, cool. Next up, enemy Benson. And you can notice his guns are firing on us, and every time he fires, I'm basically maneuvering. It's much easier for me to hit these shots than it is for him. That's the advantage of the Soviet destroyer. You need to remember it. If you are unable to land these shots, work on it. It's a lot easier for you to learn to land a 10-kilometer shot than it is for a US destroyer to hit that 10-kilometer shot. Now he decides, I'm going to hold my fire. I decide I'm going to hold my fire and try and get back into position to take him out. The enemy battleship is also there, and I don't want to see that either. The game is still really close. Now, we've brought it back. I believe the friendly aircraft carrier was able to kill the enemy aircraft carrier. Oh, the Benson, he pulled a Notser. We must catch him, but he's moving forward. The dive bombers are great, and of course, we got an unassisted shot. It slams right into the island. For those who don't know, if the target is selected, you are gaining accuracy towards that target. Your guns will automatically train their angle to get the shell to the target. And I'm really hoping that the battleship can just run away and avoid death. We have to kill the Benson. There's still 3 minutes left in this match. He could capture A. We just can't afford to leave it open. I have to take full advantage that the aircraft carrier is scouting him. Now, I miss a couple of my shots, but he's not firing at me at all. Maybe he feels like the aircraft carrier isn't actively telling me, I'm going to keep the Benson lit up for you. And yeah, eventually he gets the idea. Okay, I can't just hide. And I think he actually... Oh, he hits a torpedo. And we're continuing the onslaught. We're getting a little bit of chip damage. Friendly dive bomber. Oh, smacks on him. Enemy Benson taken out. A is still secured for the team. And how did we ever get in a position to lose this game? We had a lot of objectives. I don't know why we lost so many ships on the eastern side of the map. That is one of the mysteries of this game. But we've got, probably 20 seconds left for the tick to go through. I just need to keep the battleship alive so he doesn't assist the team in bringing them back from the brink. And I figure, hey, let's get a little bit of fire damage on this Orca. Just 2 more ticks and we should be able to win this game. And the smoke has been dropped. They should not have line of sight in order to engage the friendly battleship. Just a weird match. I'm a destroyer that goes 45 knots, and I probably didn't leave the area that I spawned in because I had to defend. We got 2 kills. We defended the base a lot. We got a lot of fires. We did 2,386 base XP with the Essex beating us out. The Essex did a great job at the end of the match. We did around 110,000 points of damage. That's pretty good for basically defending A. I hope you appreciated seeing this Khabarovsk. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.